So this question is asking us to work with accuracy. We know this bit said that something's been measured to the nearest something. So we've got a weight of bags, 25 kilograms, correct to the nearest kilogram. So there's lots of ways of thinking about this. We could think about the fact that when we measure things, it's like we're using a scale. And because they're talking about to the nearest kilogram, then this scale was going up in whole kilograms. And what they've decided is that they gave the measurement as 25. But that means there must have been somewhere where they decided that it was going to be 25, below 25, and somewhere where they decided it was going to be above. And we always think of that as the halfway points. And the one below is known as the lower bound, and the one above is known as the upper bound. So in this case, we know the limits for the smallest possible weight would be 24.5 kilograms, and for the largest possible weight would be 25.5 kilograms. Other ways of thinking of this topic is we could have worked out the error in measurement. Now the error in measurement is always a half of the accuracy given, so it's always a half of the accuracy. Now if we think about the way this question was worded, then the error in this case, plus or minus half the accuracy. So the error in this case would be plus or minus a half a kilogram, because they said the measurement was given to the nearest kilogram, which was 1 kilograms. So half of that is half a kilogram. So we could have got the minimum by doing 25 minus a half, and that's why we'd end up with 24.5. Or we could have got the maximum by doing 25 plus a half. Now remember, these are limits, because the question could equally have said what's the error interval, and that tends to be what happens more often in these new exams. So the error interval, then we're going to be careful. If it asks for the error interval, then we'd be saying that the weight could be anything greater than or bigger than 24.5, so it could be anything above or equal to 24.5, but the upper limit has to be less. So we know that if we had the actual 25.5, we would normally round up. So we have to put in the error interval that it's less than 25.5. So that would be the error interval for these measurements. So that's the boundaries, the upper bound, the upper bound and the lower bound. Say a couple of ways of thinking about doing these accuracy questions, either by using a sketch of the scale that's been used, thinking about the accuracy, and put along the bottom here what the accuracy was, so going up in whole kilograms, and then think about the halfway points. Or we can think about what this topic's really about, which is errors, and the fact that the error is a half, plus or minus a half of the accuracy used. So plus or minus a half of the accuracy used. Okay, so an example of how to work with accuracy of measurements and error bounds.